Morning everyone, thanks for joining me. I'm going to be talking you through in this particular webinar the essential components to becoming a profitable, successful trader. And I'm also hopefully going to include some missing links for you that you may have in your own trading. Successful traders, profitable traders, have a recipe for success, and I'm going to talk you through the ingredients that you need to incorporate within your learning, within your trading strategies, and perhaps within your life outside of trading that'll help you along the road to becoming a consistently profitable trader and trading for a living. So here are the 10 things that you need to become a successful trader.
If you're new to trading, then I'm going to give you a clear path to go down in order to learn to trade, and a roadmap for you to follow, a compass if you like to follow, to use, so that you know where you are as you develop your knowledge and your skills. And if you've been trading for a while and you're not yet profitable, then I'm going to be giving you some pointers as to what you need to add in and remove from your systems and your trading strategies to turn your trading around. If you're trading profitably and you know that you can do better, then you'll find things in this webinar that could be the missing pieces to your puzzle. So just let me for a moment set the scene for you a bit. And when I talk about trading, I'm talking about short-term buying and selling of stocks, contracts, commodities, and things like that. And as traders, we buy when we think that a price will rise, and we sell when we think that a price will fall. So we go long to profit from rising prices, and we go short to profit from falling prices. We look for reasons, for logic, as to why prices might rise, why they might fall. And some traders may look at fundamental factors like future product demand or supply, and also factors in news-related information. Or traders may use technical analysis, chart analysis, and traders often use a combination of both. And since we're operating in the short term, traders almost all use some kind of technical analysis to judge changes to supply and demand, which will affect prices. And as traders, we don't buy and hold because this is called investing. We don't sell and hold. We tend to set short-term profit objectives and loss limits for our trades. We make decisions quickly based on the information that we're analysing. And we either end up making money or losing money based on this decision. Either way, we get to find out quickly. Now, I'm going to concentrate today on talking about trading using technical analysis because this is my field of expertise. So let's get straight into it. And so what are the 10 things that we need to have in order to become a successful trader? Well, the first thing is that we need to have a successful system and we need to stick to it. And this might seem obvious at first, but it's vital to understand exactly what I mean, because there are lots of different ways of making money in trading, lots of different trading systems that are effective, and many more ways of trading that will end up in losses, and systems that are unworkable or loss-making over a period of time. And it's not possible to turn to the markets having read a few books or after watching a few videos and expect to make money. Because without developing an expertise, having a system that's time-tested for profitability and that you can operate effectively, you'll lose money, definitely, and I can guarantee it. In trading, only a small proportion of traders are actually profitable. The money tends to flow to these people. People and organisations throw millions into developing profitable systems and educating themselves and their traders. They commit everything to their cause. And these are the people who you are competing against, who we are competing against, who I compete against on a daily basis. And success often comes at a price in terms of money and also in terms of time spent gaining an expertise. Trading is going to test you again and again. Your level of commitment and your resolve to succeed will almost certainly determine whether or not you make it at the end of the day. You need to inherit or develop a trading system or a set of trading strategies that are proven to be profitable. And so a trading system, let's just define what a system, the difference between a system and a strategy. A trading system is one that involves a strategy or a number of strategies, and it includes money management tactics like position sizing, risk management, and we'll discuss some of these later. And it also includes things like your trade entry and exit criteria, the chart settings that you're going to use, the hours in the day that you're going to be trading, the markets that you're going to trade, the time frame for your charts, the time frame that you're going to observe the price action on. And you're going to need to include things like your targets and your protective stops, and also which trading indicators will you use, if any, and how are you going to use them specifically. Profitable strategies and systems do exist, and I've developed several of my own, and I've adopted a few after making a few adjustments from other people. However, I spent several years perfecting these strategies and making them effective for my needs. And during this time, I changed the strategies and the systems time and time again, and I have to say too many times. Some days in the past I traded loads of different systems and strategies within those systems. And by the end of the day, sometimes I even lost track of what system I was supposed to be trading. And this doesn't work. And if this is also true for you, then you need to stop trading until you've probably done some learning, done some testing, and until you're 100% committed to a system that works. So you need to start with one system and one trading strategy within that system. And once you're profitable within that one strategy, then you can add additional strategies into your system. You only need a very small edge to win and be profitable in the markets, and one strategy can produce that edge. And if you want some kind of reference for this, then read the story of the turtle traders. They made millions of dollars from just one simple strategy. And so what was the key to that success? Well, the traders that were operating the strategy were given precise instructions. And precise instructions as to how to work the strategy, what trades to take, and they didn't have any room at all to deviate from that particular strategy. And so you need to know your system and strategy inside out, back to front, and you need to be able to recite it to me word for word. If I were to ring you up and wake you up at 4 a.m, you'd need to be able to recite it to me backwards, forwards, back to front, inside and out. And if you take a trade and it doesn't fit within your system and you bend the rules and you say to yourself, oh, just this once I'm going to take this trade, then I'm telling you now, this is a serious problem. Just for a minute, think of the message that you're giving yourself by saying, just this once. Because you're actually saying to yourself, it's okay to break the rules of my system. And this is potentially the end for your system and the end for your trading career. You need to impose, if you say things like that to yourself and you take trades that don't fit your system, you need to impose a form of self-punishment almost, and enforce yourself to take a break from trading, some sort of break. And if you're day trading and you deviate from your strategy or your system in any way on any trade, then the punishment must be that you've got to stop trading for the day. And adopting this tip on its own could save you thousands. If you're constantly changing your strategy and the rules within your strategy, then how are you ever going to find out whether that strategy works, whether your system works? Because you may already have a successful system, but if you don't operate it consistently, then it's useless to you. So, just got some more questions for you now, because how do you know if you've got a trading strategy that works? If you have a trading strategy and you're not profitable, then how do you know that your strategy actually works? And there are some important questions that I think that you should be asking yourself, because where did you get that strategy from? Was it from somebody else? And if it was, then just ask yourself now, how do you actually know that they're trading this strategy profitably? Just ask yourself, how do I know that this strategy, this system is actionable for me? How do I know that it fits my preferred trading style and my risk tolerance? And if you develop the strategy or system yourself, then how accurately did you backtest it? Ask yourself now, what level of past data did I use to test this system? And do I know anybody else who's using a strategy that's similar to this one, similar to my strategy, and making it work for them? Do I know anybody else who's doing it? With any successful trading strategy, we must be able to look back over past data and be able to pull out recognisable examples of opportunities presented by the markets where this strategy would have triggered a trade. So what I recommend that you do now is look back over at least 100 examples and test the criteria of your strategy exactly to see whether, if you traded your system and strategy exactly on each occasion that it came up on the charts, that the opportunity came up, just check, would you have been profitable at the end of a 100 trade series? So in order to look back over 100 similar examples of market behaviour, we need to be able to easily pick them out on a chart. We need to have sufficient chart reading expertise, if you like, to be able to do this. And when I talk about chart reading and assessing charts, then I'm not just talking about pulling out one particular candlestick pattern and seeing if the market moved as expected. There is more to it than that. And that actually brings us nicely onto our second point, which is your trades must have more than one thing going for them. Your trades must have context, they must have content, and they must have confluence. Do the duck test.